I realized, I think, that I was like working really, really hard and like sometimes 15-hour days. I was often one of the first people in the office. And I still wasn't being like really appreciated for that. Like I was being told about how I was dropping the ball on some things or like not meeting expectations on this or not delivering on this thing that I didn't even know was my
Oh my gosh.
responsibility, which,
No.
as you know, is the worst thing you could do to say to me.
Right.
And so I
Right.
think that like first step was just like realizing that I had been sort of like on this autopilot, be a really hard worker, apply myself, do everything that's asked of me, put in your dues while you're young. And it like wasn't serving me. Like, and it like no one cared. Like, no one recognized that I was really working that hard. It wasn't I wasn't getting any words of affirmation. I was having arguments with people. It was bad. Like, and so I like decided to leave that job, which was the first time that I kind of went into freelance work. But even then, right? Like I couldn't shake this like corporate ladder kind of. I was still thought that was the only way to achieve success or to achieve financial stability. And so I went back into two different jobs over the next maybe 5 or so years. Went into a job, was there for a year, left, worked freelance for a couple of years again, went back into a job, was there for a year and a half, left. And so it still took a lot of like making sort of the same mistakes, if you will. And I think just like being really honest with myself about like, what did I really value? What did I really want? What did I want my life to look like? And I think it helps that I'd had reasonable success in this freelance business before. And so I knew that I could kind of come back to it. I wasn't starting from zero. But yeah, it's that sort of piece of it in terms of like what does success look like, and it like took a while to like really sink in. And I don't know of what the shortcuts would be to that, right? I just sort of had to realize it. And I think another challenge that we've talked about like perfectionism before, but I think that sort of goes hand in hand, and like I think sort of the perfectionist autopilot, because I think that's also why I was working so many hours at SoFi. Like people weren't really asking me to do that, but to like get this to the 99th percentile, 100 percentile perfect, as opposed to the 92 percentile perfect, I needed to work all of this extra time. And that's also just taken some time to like let go. And I realized it's very funny that like I shared a blog post I wrote yesterday on Instagram, and I took a screenshot of something, and someone who I'm like kind with, like I'm like friendly with, and who's very kind, was like, the editor in me has to tell you that you have like I want twice in this one sentence. And I was like, oh, I love that I didn't notice it and that I do not care. Because 5 years, 10 years ago, Arden would have been like, I would have felt like my blood pressure go up about this kind of mistake. And now I'm just like, that doesn't matter. Like, this blog post is good. This content is good. The story is important. People have said nice things about it. Like, that's what matters. It doesn't matter that I wrote I want twice. People knew what I meant. They figured it out. And again, it's like, I don't think there's a shortcut to it.
Yeah. I mean, it makes me think of this idea of like personalizing work too much. Like, if you say something wrong in a blog post you write for a client, like, how much does it mean about you, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't. It means nothing about you. And it is hard to kind of separate that, like, especially in a solo business, like your work product is a representation of you, right? And like
Totally.
to kind of start to detach from that a little bit, I think is a big deal.